Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
Why am I telling my sad story? Is it to stop others from dreaming of a better life? No. Even though I am very unhappy, maybe others in my place could be happy. But for me, life became hard. I don't know if I am bad or good. I will tell my story. You can decide. My father worked for a rich lord. He married young and had many children. His wife died, and he stayed alone for 15 years. Then he married again. His second wife was a poor clergyman's daughter. Her father had many children and little money. My mother was kind and smart. She loved everyone and helped others. 1 year after marrying my father, she had twins, me and my sister. After that, she became very weak. She could not walk much and often stayed in her chair. I remember her soft eyes and gentle smile as she did needlework. When I was still small, my father lost his job. We moved to a small village and lived in a cottage. We were poor, but we helped each other. My older half-sisters worked hard. My father and half-brothers worked on the farm. Life was full of work, but we were happy. My sister and I played outside. We picked flowers, made hay, and shook apples from trees. I loved being free under the open sky. At home, my mother taught me love and kindness. My sisters were nice to us, and we were all very close. My mother's kindness made our simple home feel beautiful. My sister and I were very different. She was strong and happy. I was thin, quiet, and pale. I liked to play with her, but I got tired easily. Then I went to my mother, and she sang to me and held me. She taught me many things, not school things, but real-life lessons. She told me about animals, mountains, rivers, and the world. She always gave a lesson of love and kindness. She taught me to care for others, no matter who they are. When I was 17, a big fire started. Our hay and house burned. My father saved my mother, but the house fell on him. He was badly hurt. My sister ran out fast. I stayed, trying to help my mother. I was trapped by fire. Suddenly, someone saved me. It was Lord Reginald Desborough. For many Sundays, I saw Lord Reginald looking at me in church. He had met me and my sister Susan during our walks. He also visited our cottage. His kind eyes and gentle voice made my heart feel happy. I thought, he must love me. Being saved by him in the fire made life feel even more special. This part of my story is still confusing for me. Lord Reginald truly loved me. I don't know why he forgot his high rank and chose someone like me. He was rich and noble, but he loved a poor girl with no family name or money. After he saved me, his love became very strong. He gave us a small house on his land to live in. He sent us food and flowers, and he often came to visit. He came especially when only my mother and I were at home. I started to look for his kind eyes. I felt happy when he looked at me. My mother noticed this. She talked to Lord Reginald and asked him not to hurt me. She said, "Please don't make my daughter sad by loving her if you will leave her later." His answer was surprising. He asked to marry me. My mother was very thankful. My father, who was still in bed after the fire, thanked God with joy. My sisters were full of excitement. I was the happiest of all, but I was not surprised. I only thought, he loves me. I didn't understand why he chose me. Many rich girls were prettier. I was poor and simple. Still, I was happy. My wedding day was fixed. Lord Reginald had no parents to stop him. He didn't tell his family. He stayed with us like one of the family. He was kind to everyone, even helped Susan. She was in love with Lawrence Cooper, the village carpenter. With Lord Reginald's help, their parents agreed to the marriage. On my wedding day, my mother kissed me, and my father gave me his blessing. My sisters were smiling, but there was one sad thing. Right after the wedding, we had to leave and go abroad. From the church door, I got into the carriage. I looked back. I saw my family smiling and happy. My heart was full. I thought, they are happy because of me. I am proud and thankful. We stayed abroad for 2 years. I was often alone. I missed my family, especially my mother. But I was not unhappy. I didn't expect perfect joy. My husband loved me, and that was enough for a time. Even though I had a good life, some things made me sad. I grew up poor and lived with poor people, so I could not understand how rich people could spend so much money on themselves while others had nothing. My mother always taught me to love and help others. I believe all people had the same right to live a good life, rich or poor. I gave money and help to the poor. People called it charity, but to me, it felt like paying a debt. My husband, Lord Reginald, did not like this. He told me to stop, but I had my own money. I saved money by not buying expensive things for myself. I used it to help others who were hungry or cold. I didn't enjoy spending money on clothes or parties. Lord Reginald was not happy when I wore simple clothes. He said I looked poor, but I said I could not spend so much on a dress when that money could help many people smile. Was I wrong? Maybe many rich people would say yes. They would say I should try to please my husband and show respect to his name. But I still think I did what was right. Even now, when I have lost his love, I feel I did my duty. I just wanted to help people. I did not want to lose him. The real trouble began when we returned to England. My family had asked us for help many times, and Lord Reginald had said yes before. When we got to London, I wanted to see my dear mother. She was sick and staying in Margate. I planned to visit her alone. Before I left, Lord Reginald spoke to me. He told me that my family asked for too much money. He said he would not help them anymore. He said only my mother and my sister Susan should receive help. I agreed. I told him I didn't want my family to ask for more than they needed. We said goodbye with love, and I went to Margate feeling happy. My family welcomed me with joy, but my mother looked very sick. I knew she might not live long. There was no room in their small house, so I stayed at a hotel. Early next morning, my father came to see me. He asked me to beg my husband for money. He had started a business and needed help. If not, many people would lose everything. I said I would speak to my mother first. All my family hoped for help. They all needed money, and they all looked to me. At last, my sister Susan asked me for help, but she only needed 20 pounds. I gave it to her from my own money right away. Later, I spoke to my mother. I told her how hard things had become. She said she knew this would happen, and it broke her heart. She told me to be strong and say no to the family. My father had made many mistakes, and he had to face the results. She said my relatives were being selfish and expected too much from me. I felt very sad. I knew I was too weak to say no to all their requests. That night, my mother got very sick. She had convulsions and almost died. Susan told me that my parents had a big fight. My mother told my father not to ask me for money. He shouted at her and blamed her for stopping him. When I saw my mother so weak and near death, and when I heard people say she might die if I didn't help, I became desperate. I wrote to my husband and begged him to send money. I still remember the sad days at Margate. The weather had changed, cold wind and gray skies. I waited in fear for my husband's answer. I remember the night his letter came. I was walking near the sea. The wind was strong. The sky was red as the sunset. A servant brought me the letter. It said no. My husband would not help. I could not tell my family. My father became angry and wild. If he smiled, my mother looked happy. But if he shouted, her body shook with fear. She cried so much, I thought she would die. One day he spoke to me alone. He said, "If I lose everything, I will end my life, and your mother will die too." I asked how much he needed. He said, 1,000 pounds in 2 days. I quickly went to London to ask my husband. He gave me the money, but I could see he no longer loved me. Things had gotten worse. Susan had used the 20 pounds I gave her to go to London and ask my husband for help. Her husband, Cooper, wanted to act rich. He owed a lot of money and even broke the law. My husband gave more money to send them away to America. I said goodbye to my sister. She cried. If we had stayed poor and honest, I would not have to leave my dying mother. The 1,000 pounds I gave my father was not enough. Again, my family asked for help. Again, I felt my mother's life depended on me. So, I asked my husband once more. He said, "I will help, but this is the last time. You must choose. Leave your family forever or leave me. I will give you money, but I never want to hear their names again." I could not answer. I loved my mother too much. That night, full of sadness and fear, I went back to Margate. That was my answer. 3 years have passed. I was thankful to care for my mother. But now she is dead. My father died 2 months later, full of guilt. Now his other children are around me. They ask for money, steal from me, and make my life worse. Last week, I wrote to my husband and told him my parents had died. I hoped we could be together again, but his reply said it was too late. I also got a letter from Susan. She is happy in America. Her husband has changed. She asked me to come. I will go. I am tired of life. I only want rest and peace.